What is up, my Moon Tribe? I'm Haley. This is Moon Tribe Tarot. This is for the star sign of Sagittarius from now until the end of December. I've already gone ahead and pulled your cards off screen, Sagittarius. These are general messages only, which means that they are for the collective. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. If you'd like a reading with me where your story 100% does correlate with you, you can find the information in the description box down below. Let's get right on to it. For the two cards for what you need to know, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the Eight of Cups. The advice was the King of Cups, and the clarity card was the Eight of Coins. So right away, there's a situation. I want to read this in combo with each other. I'm not. The Ace of Coins represents a brand new beginning, is a prosperous new beginning, is very... The Aces of Coins are one of my favorites because they're incredibly stable. It could represent a home job, money, emotional stability, kind of prosperity. But it is a new beginning. It could herald in new money or wealth. But because I got very emotional cards attached to it, I'm going to say that this is some sort of relationship that has either fallen out or just something that you have turned your back on in the previous. So I feel like I don't get that energy from this, though, because I got the King of Cups, and the King of Cups as advice literally says to foster emotion, to kind of give to this connection. He is of a higher self. He would represent a king sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water sign individual who'd be incredibly good with healing. He would be a doctor. He'd be somebody in the profession of healing if he were to show up like that, but he is incredibly good at what he does. Therapist, physical therapist, hospital, anyone that's in the nursing profession, a tarot reader, anybody that does any kind of healing work with their words would be this person. But I feel like there's a situation in which I get this, I get this in a certain way because I got the Eight of Pentacles underneath it to clarify. So I feel like I would normally read this as walking away from something, but because I got something new, I kind of almost, I got the Eight of Pentacles, which represents working diligently on something, in accordance with this King of Cups. I kind of would altogether read this as, I really get a really strong feeling that there is something that... Oh, okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to make that a meme later. I'm going to screen cap that. The Eight of Cups came out in its reverse. So I feel like... I don't normally read reversed, and I'm going to check the book really quick before I continue on that epiphany. But I am getting a very, very, very strong feeling. Settling for second best, resentment, running away because of fear. I'm going to read how I think that went, because I'm getting a completely different feeling from what my book just said. I feel like there is, or we could kind of incorporate it both. I feel like you aren't turning your back on something. Oh, okay. I feel like there is something that you could have turned your back on, but are instead choosing to begin again, or you're trying to do a new route. And I get this strongly because I feel like choosing to work on it with somebody that is emotionally healing. The only thing I want to caution is because that my book did say that, it said not turning away from something because of it did say not turning away from something because of, what was it, resentment? Hold on. Settling for second best, resentment, running away because of fear. No, okay, see, I get very strongly. I'm getting this very strongly, and I'll pull a card of advice for this for what it is. But I get very strongly that you're kind of... There's two things that this could be. It's either that you didn't walk away from something that you had the chance to walk away from, that it looked like you were going to walk away from, but there wasn't really a good reason to walk away from it because all the cups were full. It does represent that there was emotion there. I'm not trying to knock anything if something bad has happened to you, Sag, but I'm just saying that if something did happen, I feel like, regardless, I feel like you are staying and working through it regardless of how you feel. But let's see where this goes for you, because I'm curious as to where that leads. I do see not working together so much as working on the problem, but I do get that as kind of a working together vibe. And it came out with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water sign healer. So I really feel like you are harvesting this new beginning. I feel like you aren't walking away from something. I feel like you had the ability to walk away from something, but you're not. And let me pull one card of clarity so I can see if that is accurate. Yep. So the Two of Pentacles would represent balancing something at once, kind of juggling things. This card kind of represents that you are taking on more than one thing at once. That something will be dropped from you if you don't decide what to put on the ground. But I definitely do think that you are juggling whatever this was, where you wanted to walk away, because I do think that you wanted to walk away but didn't. And I do see you continuing to work on it. It is going to be a bit of I don't want to say burden, but it is going to be a little bit of a chaos. I feel like the reason you might not have wanted to stay in it is because it is somehow difficult in whatever way that is, emotionally, like you can't handle the job, work, whatever. I do see that this is something that isn't, I don't see any toxicity from this. I don't see a good reason to walk away. I'm just going to say that right now. I get no negative energy from this. I'm going to say that this leads somewhere solid, and to continue on the path that you are on. Obviously, if you are in a toxic relationship, fuck that noise. This is for the people that are in something that is healthy. If you are in something toxic and you're staying with somebody toxic because you are afraid you're afraid of being alone, fuck that noise. Get the fuck out of that situation. I'm not reading for that. I'm reading for something that could be worked on, but it is something in yourself that you are afraid to do for whatever reason. What I am seeing is not a toxic situation. If you are in a toxic situation, I am not telling you to stay in it, and I'm advising you actually to remove yourself from that situation. But unless it is anything else, I don't see anything negative from this. I don't see that the King of Cups is in any way bad. He is of his higher self. So I definitely get only good things from this reading for you, Sagittarius. A little bit of an apprehensive, uneasy feeling on your end, feeling that if you made the right decision or not, but there is a new beginning here for you, and you are fostering it, you aren't walking away from it, even though I feel like you might have wanted to. Continue to see where this goes. If you can't handle it, it's fine to put it down eventually. Just right now, see where this plays out, because the Ace of Pentacles is always a good omen in any reading. So that was your general main messages. So I will see you next year. Basically, have Merry Christmas, I almost said Happy Kwanzaa, but nope. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever floats your boat. Until then, until next year, peace out, my Moon Tribe.